Welcome to Johnson Praise TV. This is your digital classroom. My name is Johnson Praise, also known as CJ, and this video is all about UGBS 101, that is Introduction to Business Administration. In my previous video, we were able to delve more into the various definitions of business administration, the objectives of business, and then the producing businesses, and then the service producing businesses. We're also able to delve more into the various or the importance of businesses in our society. So today too, we are going to delve more into session 3, which is all about business environment, doing business right, how we can do the right businesses in our society. So many things actually matters when you are into business, and today we are going to delve more into that. Before then, please don't forget to smash that notification bell and give us a follow. So try your possible best to join our growing community. When you subscribe to our channel, don't forget to share it with your friends. Your friend somewhere needs help, someone somewhere needs help, and this, you sharing this video, is going to help that your colleague get out of that situation. And also make sure you turn on the notification bell so that anytime I release a new video, you can get access to that. I want to announce, or I want to bring you this exciting opportunity. Those of you who have brothers or sisters, friends who want to travel outside, I have this exciting opportunity for you. So we have so many offers, that is USA, Canada, Poland, Serbia, Mongolia. We also have Dubai. We also have places like Singapore. Okay, so all these countries, we have unique offers. We have visa before payment offer. We have payment in installment and full payment or down payment offer for you, and all these some of these opportunities also come with what, with work, that is contract. You go with accommodation and transportation. Some of them also come. Those of you also want to do travel abroad too, all these opportunities are there. And I want to let you know that I am into digital marketing. If you have a business, if you have a brand, a product, or any service that you want to promote, please get in touch with me. You can contact me on 0545412017, and we will actually promote your business or your brand for you. You can visit my firm via the internet, that is Top Strat Digital. You can message us and we will promote that brand for you. That is just by the way. So let's get started. So today we are going to look at the ethics of social responsibility in business. We'll also look at the perspective in social responsibility, the emerging issues from the ethics of social responsibility debate. So when you talk of business environment, as you know, this session has to do with what? Business environment, how we can do businesses right. So let's look at business environment. When we talk about business environment refers to the external factors, conditions, and forces that affect companies' operation, performance, and decision-making processes. So when you talk of business environment, they are the external factors. They are the conditions and forces that will affect the company's operations and performances or decision-making processes. Okay, so these things really play an important role in our business establishment. So some of these things are things that we are coming to look at. These factors can include economic conditions, market trends, technological advancement, political and legal regulations, social and cultural norms, competition, and environmental considerations. Understanding the basic environment is crucial for organizations to adapt, strategize, and strive in dynamic and under changing landscape. So if you understand some of these social conditions, if you understand some of these norms, this competition, these environmental considerations, it will be what? Easy for you to have your way out. If you are going to establish a business, or if you are into business, it is always good to know the environment in which you are establishing that specific business. That the environment, what is their culture, what is their norm. You need to know this. If not, your business may end up collapsing, or you encounter some legal issues. There are some places they like legal issues. Okay, they are litigant. And if you're establishing business there, you must know the environment in which you are establishing that business. There are some countries, if you are doing business and you get there, it is what? Easy. They make the environment actually support that specific business, and it is easy to go about that. Okay, and you have your way out. Let's think about you trying to sell alcohol in an Arab countries, any of these Arab countries. The environment doesn't really support that kind of business, so you may end up having a lot of challenges. Okay, but if you are into selling this kind of Muslim clothing, the environment will be friendly to you. You get it. So it's a scenario that I'm really giving to you, and with these things are going to they are going to help you to know where, when, how, and when to take decisions and things you should do. So these are the business environment, and you must know. So let's look at ethics. So we are coming to look at ethics and social responsibilities in business. Ethics and social responsibilities in business. And you must you must know all these things when it comes to. So we'll define ethics and we'll define social responsibility, and we will look at some important issues under these concepts. Okay, so when you talk of ethics, ethics refers to what? The moral principle and standard that guides individual and group in distinguishing right from wrong. So they are what? Ethics are what? They are principles. They are standard. Okay, they are set of rules, or some form of what? Expectations that people in the society expect from what? From you, right? They are what? They are moral ethics. They are what? Moral principle, or what? Or they are standard that guide individual in distinguishing right from wrong. So these things are things that what guides you. Those of you who watch my critical thinking video, you can think of moral judgment, okay, or moral value judgment. So you can think of these things. They are what? Ethics. Okay, in a society, the society really have criterias, or they have what? Have standards that they expect each and every one to what? To live with. If you are a married man and you always end up beating your wife, these things we regard as what? Unethical behavior, because it is not accepted. The society front its face upon this kind of behavior, and it is not really right. So in business context too, there are some kind of what? Expectations, or some kind of principles we expect our business owners, or our companies or workers to follow in our society. Do you get it? So these are the things. For example, let's consider the ethical principle in honesty. In many societies, honesty is considered as what? Virtue, and lying is generally what? Frowned upon. Understanding what? Or how do we go about these things? So if you understand some of these issues, okay, if you understand that in our society, okay, in our society, honesty is a virtue, and then lying is also frowned upon. You will know how you go about it. You will never lie. Do you get it? You will never what? Lie. Let's look at when you find someone's money, okay, someone, let's take like someone, let me give you ethically, let's take like let's use this as a scenario where a person finds a wallet containing money on the street, and ethically it is the person faces a decision. Okay, so when you find a wallet in the street, you faces a decision as to whether you are to return the wallet or you are to keep it. When you return that wallet, it means that what you have demonstrated an ethical behavior, and when you decide to also keep the money, we regard such behavior as unethical. That is it. Let's look at the example of ethical behaviors. So we have what? We have competing fairly and honestly. How do we compete fairly and honestly? So these things are what? Are things that is expected of us. As a business or an organization, it is expected of us what? To compete fairly and honestly. If you are into business, okay, this involves what? Engaging in competition or rivalry in manner that adheres to what? Rules, regulation, and moral standards. For example, in business, competing fairly means not engaging in practices such as what? Price fixing, bribery, and false information about competitors. So how do we compete fairly? Like I told you, so you compete fairly by making sure that you adhere to what? Rules and regulation. In as much as you want to make money, doesn't mean you should do all sort of business, take money from people, promise people things, and you don't adhere to it. These things are what? Unethical behavior. Overpricing. Okay, overpricing. You go and buy you bought the 1,000 cedis and you are selling it for 1,000 Ghana cedis. It's overpricing. And you go to churches, the churches are always full, but you can't. When you go to the market, these things are happening there. These same Christians and these same Muslims are the people that are overpricing, all because we want to make money, and it is not good. It is what? Unethical. At least you should what? You should consider the people you are selling the things to. Be frank with yourself. You have to be frank with yourself. Let's look at, so in as much as you are competing, doesn't also mean that you go and spread falsehood about your opponent or your competitors. I am selling clothes. You are also selling clothes. I am selling more than you, okay? Or I am having a very good market. So because they are not buying your clothes, you go and spread falsehood about me, that I have been doing these things, and you go and say all sort of things against me just to lose customers. Recently there was someone did something and I was really not really happy. When you go to social media, when you search I have a firm, and when you search my firm online, I have 5-star rating, okay? And in business, these things really matters. Anyone that I transact business with, I give the person my handle, or probably my Google and my Google Map address, okay? So the person will go to internet and then he will search for my business, and then because it's on Google Map, so the person will, and then will rate me. So I am being, mostly it is my customers that rate me, and all of them find a way. They give me what? 5 stars and stuff. So it was 5-star. I was there. There's somebody just when I saw some ratings, I went to say check it. The person I've not even transacted a business with before, all because I am having 5-star. The person was just jealous. The person just went to give me 1-star rating, and it is very bad in business. In as much as if someone is growing or someone is really moving forward, you have to appreciate the person and find a strategic way. Are you really doing the right thing? You will have to assess your services, your pricing, and how you treat customers. These are the things that will make your business grow, and not fighting your competitors, okay? Or finding a way to improve your product. You are selling food, and you look at the location where you are selling food. It is very bad. And you think people will buy. You look at the things you have provided, and even the kind of clothes you wear to even sell food. There's no I mean, if I buy food, I look at the location of the food. Secondly, I look at you, the one selling. and people that you are working with, okay, the kind of things you use, and look at all these things. Even before if I buy your food, I will buy. After looking at all these things, that's where maybe I will check how your food tastes, whether you are using the right. Some of them use plenty maggies and stuff. So when I check, and so the first thing I look at is your location, your how your decoration, how you've decorated the places and the services you are rendering before I even transact a business with you. I hope you get it. So these are the things that will make your business grow, and not about you going spreading falsehood about your competitors. Another one is what? Communicating truthfully. These things, there are some professions in the country. If you mention their name, people will say, oh, say I am a carpenter. The person says, oh, you people, you don't really what? You are not truthful. Imagine you being a seamstress or a head, even with the hairdressers, they are cool. The tailors. If you say I'm a tailor, no one trusts tailors, because the person can tell you that, oh, I'm almost done with your work. You realize that the moment you leave there, the person will stop your work and do someone's work. So you must what? Have this kind of integrity. When you say I will do it today, make sure you finish it. This is what? Ethical behavior. If you promise someone that you can do it, you make sure you do it. Me, one thing about me, that is it. The thing, if I can't do it, I'll tell you I can't do it. But to take something that I can't do, I see it as a failure. I don't do things that I can. I think I will never. I don't enter into businesses or things that I think I can't deliver. And if something even happens, if I'm to even add money to it and make sure I redeem my image, I do that. There was one business that I was doing for somebody, and there was some issues. So I realized that the person cannot really complete the thing for me, and I have someone that will do it. That thing, the person was demanding for more money, and I have to add it. Something like 200 Ghana cedis, have to add it to the money that I took from the person. I didn't get any profit. It's a loss. Yes, I know that business is full of loss, and then it is what? A risk, okay? Either you win or you lose. So that one, I realized I took it as what? Risk. But for me to return your money or later do something for you to think, oh, I am not trustworthy, and I don't really like that kind of thing. So in entering into business, these are some of the attitude you should what? Develop. Or those of you who are already into business, when you can't do it, tell the customers that I can't do it, but stop taking people money and failing to what? To fulfill whatever they want you to do for them. And also, let's take like if to other way you can show if you are a journalist or those journalism, ethical reporters make sure that they strive and they verify every fact before they publish it. You don't go, you hear anything you hear, you just go and publish it. You don't do things like that. You make sure what? You do your investigation. If it is true, then you publish it. So you have to authenticate the information that you get before what? You take decisions. And also not causing harm to others. How do we explain this? Not causing harm to others. Example is so let me read whatever I wrote here. So this principle often referred to the principle of what? Non-maleficence. Okay, the principle of non-maleficence. So this involves what? Refraining from action that could what? Cause harm or suffering to others. Ethical behavior entails considering the potential consequences of one's action and taking steps to prevent harm. For example, in healthcare, healthcare professionals adhere to ethical standards and prioritize patient well-being and minimize the risk of what? Harm through what? Informed consent, confidentiality, and competent care. So not causing harm, you have to make sure that you do not cause harm to anybody because of some little position you want. You go and spread falsehood about your colleague, they sack the person. Did you really step into the person's shoe? Or you write bad reports about your colleagues, all because of what? Position. And at the end of the day, it delays their promotion. Okay, all these things are unethical behavior. If it is about jealousy, yeah, if it is the truth, if it is right thing that you are doing, yeah, it's okay. But because of you realize the person is going to what? Get a promotion, and you start to fight the person or start to do things, it is unethical. It should be what? People, everything that you do, me, I believe that everyone should merit whatever that the person, the thing that the person deserves, you should what, you should get it, okay? But you should what, merit it rather. You should merit it. So if the person deserves it and you are not fit for it, don't go and spread falsehood or try to what, to say things bad about someone just for you to what, to get stars. And let's take like another way, people that are also into businesses, you realize, you know, that the food that you are selling to people, it is what, not really good for their product, or it's not really good for their health, but you still sell the same thing and you cause a lot of harm to people. It is unethical behavior. The kind of things you are importing or you are selling, that I recently I heard that there's some kind of oil that people sell, and not only that, this kind of how do you call it, the pepper, the powdered pepper, some of them even add, they use avocado, the fruit, okay, so they add it, they make sure they grind it together with the pepper and sell it to people. They add so many stuff just to make money. This oil that we are this palm oil that people sell, a lot of people dilute it with so many chemicals. It is not good. It is unethical behavior. We should stop that. I know most of you are big entrepreneurs and some of you are going to become future entrepreneurs, but your integrity and your quality services, don't compromise that. If you want to really grow well as a business or as an entity, your integrity level and your quality work, don't compromise it. Somebody will look for you because of your quality work. Somebody will look for you because of what, your integrity, but someone will not look for you because of your how expensive your product is. Okay, when it comes to quality, you brand your product in what, in a way that it will be what, appealing to people. You do proper branding, you do proper services, okay, proper customer service. Most of you are missing customers, or you are losing customers because you don't have proper services. You talk to your customers anyhow. The person that is giving money, so no, if he's even giving you one city, forget about it. You have to respect the person. You have to pay attention to each and everybody. Do you get it? It doesn't matter. When you go to some places, they look at some people because the person is buying, the person will buy much. They give respect to those people, but those that are giving them one city, oh, forget about it. You can stand there, they will never mind you, especially those that really sell food and those stuff. Do you get it? These things are things you should maintain. What you should do, proper what services. Treat each and everyone, treat people equally, fairly. So you must what? Treat people fairly. Your customer service determines whether your business will grow or not. Today, a lot of businesses are not growing because they make new customers every day, but they don't keep the customers. So the customer comes, he goes another time, and they don't really improve their services. They keep on giving these old services. They don't even think of. That's why, things have changed. Well, business is not even online. A lot of, do you know that we have 5.3 billion internet active users? You are still into this traditional marketing while things have changed. People are moving, making money online, and your services are just like that. Oh, if you want me, come to my shop. Do you think everybody will come to your shop? You must migrate into the digital era whereby you can serve customers well so that your products will go. And that's what I am into. I am into digital marketing and I've mastered it. Do you get it? So I understand these things. A lot of people are making money online. Despite the kind of traditional, they have embraced the traditional marketing together with what? The digital marketing. They are making money. Your business is just online. Even Facebook will cry, you are not there. So you must provide quality services. And people message you, you must what? Attend to them at the right time. There are some businesses you message them 5 years crowning and reply. The same customers, you think that the customer will wait for you. You are the only person selling it? No. Let me move forward. Also, can you live with the third one is that can you live with a decision? So does it make you feel good about that decision? So that decision that you took, imagine you speaking badly to someone, or you speaking rudely or arrogantly to someone, Okay, how does that one make you feel good about yourself after talking to that customer that way? Okay, so if it will not make you feel good, or if it will not make the person feel good, forget about it. Don't go to that extent. Okay, treat people well. So you have to reflect on your decision if it aligns with what your personal values and principles, right? So you have to consider whether you are morally or emotionally immorally you can morally and what emotionally reconcile with the chosen course of action. Ethical decision should not only be rational but resonate with the conscience and sense of integrity. It must what the decision that you've taken must what resonate with what your conscience and your sense of integrity. That is it. Let's look at the fourth one. Is the decision feasible? Your decision, is it really feasible? Okay, will it actually work in the real world? Okay, is it going to work? Evaluate the practicality and effectiveness of this of decision in context of what real world constraints and circumstances. It's not every decision that you need to take. You need to take feasible decision. This kind of decision, you should know whether the decision you are taking is feasible or not feasible. If it is not feasible, you don't go ahead and do it, or you don't promise people that you can do it. If you end up failing, you will miss customers and you mar your integrity. Look at Nam1, for instance. No one really trusts Nam1 again. Why? Because he doesn't have any integrity. He promised people whatever that he promised, he couldn't do it. Do you get it? So me, if you ask me to invest my money in anything Nam1, I will not do it. I'll keep my money and die with it. Do you understand it? So maintaining integrity is good. The Bible says that good name is better than riches. Me, I do so many things, but I don't really put money first. Okay, but the kind of things I do, as assuming with this kind of videos I'm doing, there was a time your seniors, those that did academic writing, I was doing videos, I was helping them, and I don't really ask them to do anything. It's few of them that come to me, oh say, record a video for us, record a video for us. I did it, and I've been doing it since I started. And I was there. Someone called me. Oh, sir, I watched your video, and when I went to the examination hall, it really helped me. If not because of your video, I wouldn't have been able to write the exam. So, sir, take this money. The person sent me money. I didn't ask for it. Do you understand it? So that is how the whole thing works. So it's not always about the money, because you are into business, the money. That you should also think about the relationship you build that is going to get you money. Me, if I come to you, especially if you're a barber, and I come to you, okay, and you give me, you render a very good service, that's all. I will not go anywhere. Even if I travel outside, I'll come back. I'll come back. I don't really change barbers. Things I don't really, if I are my barber, I don't change barber. And if you are somebody that has been sewing my clothes, and there are certain things that I make sure I maintain that integrity. I can come, if I buy from you, I maintain you. So if you treat customers well, they will come. They will always be coming to you. So you have to look at all these things. Let's look at the two types of ethical situations. The two types of what? Ethical situations. We have ethical situation can be classified into two. So these are what? Ethical dilemma and ethical lapse. So when we talk of the ethical dilemma, this is where a person must choose between two conflicting views, okay, but arguably valid sides. So this is where you are stuck between two decisions. All these decisions are right. If I say yes to the person, I am right. If I say no to the person, I am right. In this situation, what do you have to do? Please drop it under the comment section. Whatever that you do, what will be your decision? If you are between two decisions whereby any decision that you take is right, okay, what will you do? Please drop it under the comment section. If whatever decision, let's take it like you are friend with Baomia, and at the same time friend with Mahama, all of them have approached you that you should support them. You are a businessman. What will you do? Drop your answer. Are you going to follow? Are you going to endorse Bawumia and leave Mahama? If you endorse Bawumia, you are right. You are good to go because you are exercising what your fundamental human right as what as a citizen to what to choose your leader yourself. Okay, and if you choose Mahama to is the right decision, what are you going to do about this? So this is what we call what ethical dilemma. Ethical dilemma. You are between the two decisions. So this occurs when someone is faced with decision where there are two or more conflicting or moral imperative. A decision seems what justifiable or valid in some way. In such situations, there are often no clear-cut right or wrong choices. So whatever that you do, there's nothing like right or what, a wrong choice. Whatever decision you choose, you decide to go with is what is okay, but the decision maker must carefully weigh the consequences and principle involved before making that decision. You must weigh it. If I go with Bawumia and Mahama wins, what is going to happen to my business? Yesterday, those that joined my class, I was telling them that right now, let's take like I decide to go with Bawumia and Mahama wins. Okay, with this kind of situation, it is very going to what harm my business. I have seen a lot of banks and I've seen a lot of radio stations that are being closed because they are affiliated to a political party. You know it. I have seen, and as these businesses are being closed, right? Let another political party also come on power, and you will see there are also what some banks that are going to close, that are what also going to face this kind of sanctions. There are some businesses that are going to, because what they are aligned with a political party. So as a business person and as an ethical person, you must what, if you are doing business, make sure you do business, and if you are doing politics, make sure don't mix politics with business. Never do that. There are so many celebrities who have lost their integrity because of what political decisions they took. You can make mention, I will not mention anyone's name, but I know some of these top celebrities because of what political side that they decided to go with, and people don't really take them serious again. So as a business minded person, you must what, even you know that your customers, some of them are NDC, some of them are also at MPP members. You must keep your political identity close. You must what, keep it private. If I vote for NDC or I go and I vote for MPP, no one can what? No one will blame me for not voting for his or her party because I didn't tell anybody. And the same way too, if I go and vote for a third party like the New Force, if I go and vote for the New Force, that one, no one will blame me for my decision, right? And I know a lot of us are not going to vote this year. I'm not saying you shouldn't go and vote too. If you think a party can work things well for you, go and vote. But for me, I'm not part. Okay, I vote whenever I feel like. If things change like the way I expect it to go, then I will vote. But if I don't see any changes, that one that day I'll relax. I'm never going. Even my candidate is not going, so I don't see why I should go and vote. So let's look at the ethical lapse. When we talk of the ethical lapse, the ethical lapse happens, this is the second aspect. The ethical lapse happens when an individual makes decision or take action that is clearly unethical, morally what wrong, or violate established ethical standards. Okay, so this is what opposite of the ethical dilemma. This is where you know the decision that you are going to take is what is unethical, it is wrong, but you go ahead and what you take it. Let's use this as this scenario whereby you know that it is right for you to pay taxes and you decide not to pay taxes. It is what unethical. This is what an ethical lapse, or because of ignorance you go and take certain decisions which are what not right. These are what the ethical dilemmas. So with the ethical dilemmas is when a person make a decision that is clearly wrong. You know that it is wrong, but you still go ahead what to do it. So we unlike the ethical dilemma, the ethical lapse is where the right choice may not be immediately apparent. Okay, ethical lapse involves what? A decision that is blatantly incorrect or harmful, often due to what? Negligence, lack of awareness, or disregard for ethical principle. You disregard the ethical principle. In a society, they say that if you're a business, you should make sure that you allow your workers to go for communal labor on Saturday, and you decide to what? Not to allow your workers to do that, or they say that you should close at 6 o'clock. Let your workers close at 6 o'clock because no one should go out after 6 o'clock, and you still decide to keep workers. You know that, but because you want to make profit, you take advantage of your workers. It is what? Ethical lapse. Let's look at a perspective on social responsibility. Perspective on social responsibility. So the social responsibility, so let's look at the social responsibility. When we talk of social responsibility, what is social responsibility? Social responsibility is the idea that business has certain obligation to society beyond the pursuit of profit. So this is where the society, you own certain obligation to the society where you are working, the places that you are mining. There are a lot of people are not having access to education. The community expects you to what? To build some schools for them. It is your social responsibility to build schools, to build hospitals, to build roads. Ask yourself, the companies that are working in the country, how many of them have even taken upon themselves to build any of our roads that are full of potholes? They don't do that because our leaders themselves are negligent. They are not really taking care of that. Look at the money these companies are making, these mining fields, okay, mining companies, what they are making, and look at the kind of the roads that they are using. Look at the kind of timber industries, the kind of roads they spoil each and every year. Have you seen any timber industry constructing a road for the country? Each and every company must have a social responsibility. When there is, in terms of corona or in terms of any issue, you must what? Find a way to what? To help the community in a way, because that is where you are making your money. This is where your customers are. Okay, so if they are going through some challenges and you can help, don't just make the profit, take the profit and go away. Now, always have problem with some of these companies that our leaders allow to work here, and they don't really they don't do anything. Their monies, they don't even they flout on our laws. These Chinese companies and then the other companies, what is it? Where the Philippines companies, these companies, they come here. Japanese companies, they come here. They work. They don't even save in the banks. You can't do this outside. You cannot do this outside. You work and you save your money in the same company without even saving it in the bank. And at the end of the day, when you need money, you don't go and sell to the trees, but you come to the people that are in the community. You sell to them. The roads that you are using are poor or bad, but you don't really what? You don't think of even what? Doing that. Constructing any road. You use cheap labor, and some of these people are behind it, because if they are giving them some coins, why would they even enforce the law? They will never enforce the law. Do you understand it? So they get some penny from this company, and that's why they are doing whatever they are doing. So they don't really adhere to these foreign companies. It's some of I can say 50 of them don't really adhere to the laws of the country. It's just 50 of them that comply, and these are the big companies. The big companies normally do, but this one man company, this sole proprietorship, they don't really adhere to any rule. The big companies, you can talk of Unilever, you can talk of these companies, they really do that. They try their best. Your big social responsibility, they are on point, right? You can talk of Golden Exotic and some of these big companies in the country, foreign companies. They are doing their best in terms of social responsibility. But the small companies that being owned by individuals, these Japanese and Chinese companies, they don't, just few of them that comply to the rules of the country. Majority of them, living wage and I mean, even some of them even sometimes even pay below the benchmark that we've set. It is very bad, and I think our leaders should do something about that. Let's look at the conflict. Uh, so now that we know this, so social responsibility, it also refers to what the ethical, it also refers to the ethical principle that involve an organization. It refers to what the ethical principle that an individual and organization have an obligation to act in a way that benefit the society at large. It involves considering the impact of one's action on stakeholders beyond just financial profitability. Social responsibility, socially responsible behavior can include initiatives to support communities, right? Protect the environment, promote ethical labor practices, and then contribute to social causes. It often goes beyond legal requirements and reflects a commitment to ethical conduct and making a positive impact on society. So this is it. So you must what? Protect the environment. People are littering or dumping rubbers each and everywhere. As company, what have you done? You must what? Find a way to what? Help in this regard. So let's look at, there are some perspectives. So let's look at there are three. The conflict over social responsibility are often fueled by different perspectives that can be grouped into three categories. So let's look at the categories of the social responsibility. The categories. So one, we have traditional perspective. So with the traditional perspective, the viewpoint holds the primary goal of business. Okay, this viewpoint holds the primary goal of business is what? Profit maximization. Is profit maximization. So what the traditional perspective believe is that the business entity are just in the country for what? Profit maximization and nothing else. That is a traditional perspective. Okay, it emphasizes the importance of generating revenue and returns for shareholders above all else, often overlooking the broader social or ethical consideration in favor of financial success. So here, this is where there's a belief that companies are not just in for social responsibilities, but they are just in to make what? Profit, or for profit maximization. So their aim is to just what? To employ people and just get their money and just pay their shareholders and also pay their self. Okay, so that is it. Let's look at example. A fast food chain focuses solely on increasing profit by cutting costs, even if it means to using low quality ingredients or paying minimum wages to each employee. So this is a typical example of the traditional perspective. You know, the person will go to the market, buy this, spoil the tomato. That's why I don't really like buying food from outside. It's just few of them that really make sure they check the quality of stuff they use. But most of them, they compromise on their quality because of what? Profit. So they go and buy these tomatoes that are at the verge of what? Spoiling. And then they buy them. They buy this and then stuff. Do you get it? So for profit maximization, the person's aim is to what? To make what? Profit. And then they come and use it what? For you. So do you get it? This is the traditional perspective of what? Business. Okay, that is the social responsibility. That is what they believe. They believe that in the fast food, they focus solely on what? Increasing profit by cutting costs. So if also some of them also use quality product. But when they use the quality product, what they do is that if they have employees, at least they should pay someone, the workers, not less than 1,000 cedis, but they can pay some of their workers 200 cedis a month. They can pay some of their workers 100 cedis a month. There are some people that take 200 cedis in this country in 2024. Yes, they take 200 and 300 cedis. I know people who take 300 cedis a month. Do you get it? So they do all these things just to cut costs and then make sure they make profit. So this is the traditional view. Let's look at the um, second view, which is what the contemporary perspective. So in contrast, the contemporary perspective recognizes the ethical behavior. They recognizes what that ethical behavior can contribute to the long-term profitability. So for them, they think that the ethical behaviors cannot contribute to what the long-term profitability. And how do we explain this? So we explain this. You see, most businesses, they believe that when they adhere to the ethical behaviors or the ethical norms, okay, in a long run, they will be getting what some profit. Just imagine a company like Vodafone Ghana building a hospital in a deprived community. Okay, some of these community, they can have a large number, like they have a very good population, but they may not have what the facilities there. And if Vodafone decide to build there, it is going to what build a long-term relationship with that community, that people over there will always recognize their work, even if some of their staffs are misbehaving there because of the things that they have done for the community. They will never close the business down. They will what to relate them to work. So in other way around, it is what making what a collaboration for the future. There are some companies here that have defaulted in payment, all because of what some of these social responsibilities that they are doing for their communities. They have defaulted. Some of them are even doing they are involving themselves in their workers. Some of the workers or even the company, sometimes they involve themselves in some unethical behaviors. Okay, they sometimes involve themselves in unethical behaviors, but they are still operating because of what the relationship they are building. They have built with the community because they do social responsibility project, right? So that is it. And let's look at the emerging perspective. So the emerging perspective involve this viewpoint. This evolving viewpoint emphasizes the dynamic balance between ethics and what profit. It acknowledges the complexity of modern businesses and what modern business environment, and the interconnectedness of economic, social, and environmental factors. Businesses adopting this perspective seek to align their financial goals with ethical principles, recognizing that sustainable success requires both profitability and responsible behavior towards stakeholders and society at large. So the emerging perspective is where the businesses believe that the the business is not just about what their stakeholders or the money that the stakeholders, and then they think that it is not only about their shareholders, but it is about what the community and the profit. Yes, they make profit, but they have to donate some of these monies into community projects to for long term, for sustainability. Example, a tech company prioritize innovation of renewable energy solution while also maintaining profitability. So in this case, there could be an issue like that. So it invests in research development for clean technologies, partners with local community to address environmental concerns, and also ensures fair wages and working conditions for its employees. By balancing financial goals and ethical consideration, the company's position itself as a leader in both sustainability and profitability, attracting investors who value responsible business practices. So some people invest because some companies invest in your business because you also do social responsibility projects. Okay, a clear example. Let me give you this example. There are some companies that are making it big because of what social responsibility project that they are doing. They keep on doing, they keep on helping people. They pay school fees for some members, and these people will go outside and say that, oh, this is what this company did for me. They will go to the air and say, oh, this company even sponsored my education. And you see, it gives some form of what gesture that, oh, the company is doing extremely well. Do you understand it? So these things are what factors. Let's look at the emerging issues from the ethics and social responsibility debate. So let's look at the emerging what issues from ethics and social responsibility debate. So one, we have responsibility towards investment. So companies they have what their responsibilities, and the responsibility towards investors, it involves what maintaining transparency, integrity, and ethical conduct in all financial dealings and communication with shareholders. So if you're a business and people invest in your business, you make sure that you maintain integrity and transparency in everything that you do. If you made 5 million Ghana cedis profit in the month of January, you must communicate it. You get it? If there's fairness and transparency, you are not only making that money, but you are opening opportunity for people that will come in the future. That somebody will go and say that, oh, this company, they are transparent, they do everything clear, so they also invest. So your business can be 1 million Ghana cedis business, but in some few years to come, 3-4 years to come, you can what triple the wealth of your business by reaching 10 million Ghana cedis business because of transparency. But if you are trying to hide things from people, the investors will leave and they will write bad things about you, and your business will not go well. So that's why you need to maintain that kind of transparency. In light of recent scandals, it is crucial for companies to prioritize investors' trust and confidence by implementing robust corporate governance practices, ensuring accurate and timely reporting, right? You must report timely, and also adhering to ethical standards in business operations, which include disclosing relevant information, addressing conflict of interest, and actively engaging with shareholders to address concerns and build a long-term relationship based on trust and accountability. So by demonstrating a commitment to ethical and investor protection, company can mitigate risk and attract investment and foster sustainability. Like I explained to you, when you are transparent in your dealings, you can take a wrong decision, but because you were transparent, the investors will forgive you. They will say, oh, this one, let it slide. But assuming the money that they have invested, you are also using that same money to sign bond, and it backfires. They didn't know anything about it. So when it happens, they are not going to trust you again, and they will take all their money from you. Let's look at the second aspect: responsibility towards customers. So here, you must have the right. The customers must have the right to safe product. The product that you are selling, they must be safe. So companies have a responsibility to ensure that products they offer are safe for consumers to use. This involves rigorous quality control measures and adherence to safety standards, and prompt to action in event of product recalls and safety concerns. So you must ensure that there's safety the safety product. You sell goods, right thing. If you are selling food, sell the quality product. This is what attract customers, and you don't compromise on your integrity because you want people to you want to get more customers, or you don't import bad things into the country because you need customers and you are not selling quality stuff. And also right to be informed. Customers have the right to accurate and transparent information about products they purchase, including ingredient, potential risks, and leverage and relevant usage usage relevant usage instructions. So these are things. If you are a pharmaceutical industry, the things that you are using to produce that pharmacy, you must make it transparent. Customers have the right to know all these things. Don't hide it. If the things that you are selling, if that oil that you are selling is fake, you shouldn't sell it. And you have to also tell, oh, this one is not really quality, this is the quality one. They have the right to know. If the person think, oh, he can't afford it, can buy that one is fine, but you shouldn't hide things from them. Let them know the quality ones and those that are not quality. If they decide to compromise it, their own it's to their own peril, right? That is their fault. If something happens, you have taken the right decision. So in this one, there's if you do the right thing, that is it. But if you do not do the right thing and something happened, you are the cause of it. There was a time I realized some people went to buy wachi and they died. So these are some of the things. We don't really check the things we use and we kill people. People are selling this kind of sobolos and stuff. So many colors and stuff that they put in. Some of them are not good and they are very harmful to our health. We need to do all these things, these checks. And the right to be heard. Businesses should actively listen to customers' feedback. You must listen. Some of you don't listen. They only are interested in getting money. The kind of complaint that they are making, do you think they will continue to complain, or you are the only one producing that product? Be there. When they complain and you don't listen, next time they won't come to you again. Me, when I come and I complain and you don't listen, that is it. I have stopped working with you. I have my money. I made the money myself and I struggle in making that money. So you can't tell me if I have something and I'm raising and you don't mind me. I'll look for something that I want. Do you get it? So you must listen. You must you must provide avenues for engagement and addressing grievances promptly and effectively. This involves implementing robust customer service channels, soliciting feedback through surveys and focus groups. So you must develop this kind of research. Sometimes you must go out. Oh, our product, is it really good? You need to do all this research. Some companies don't really invest in research at all. You must do this thing. Pay people, okay, to do this kind of research about your company for you, and it will help you. Also, business should actively listen. Okay, I've done that. And then responsibility towards employees. This is the last thing that we'll be doing, responsibility towards employees. So the push for equality in employment. Here you must ensure that there's equality in employment. So because the person is a lady, you employ a lady and you leave the guys. There should be equality. If you're employing, you don't just employ because of beauty. Some people some companies are just into that. A manager, before you employ a worker, you need to sleep with that lady before you employ her. It is unethical. You must stop. If you need a woman, go for a woman. And if you're doing business, stop missing business issues with relationship stars. Everybody that comes to your work, you must test the person. It is very bad. It's unethical. If an issue of that sort goes out, assuming a lady goes out and report you as a manager, it will affect your brand. So there are certain things, me, when I'm doing business, these things, I don't go closer to it. Even if you are even if I've never done that thing before. In a business, no, it will never happen. Regardless of whatever you do, I'll never mind you. Because issues like this goes out, it will affect you. Just remember, there was some issue that a certain lady came out to say that the manager has been sleeping with her, and the manager promised to give her some position, some national service girl. You are all aware of this issue, okay? And at the end of the day, the manager couldn't fulfill. Look at what happened. He lost that opportunity, his reputation and everything down to zero. Sarkodie will tell you that from hero to zero. That is it. From hero to zero. You've lost everything. Look at the kind of years you are spending in the university to get all these things, and all one issue spoil your integrity. Occupational health and safety. You must also oblige, or you must make sure that you do all these things. Safety issues. Companies are obligated to provide health and safety. Okay. they are obligated to provide a safe and healthy work environment for their employees. Okay, free hazards and then risk, and also that could what cause harm and injury. So that is it. So you must what give them safety protection, safety products, so that what they can what use that. So this is all about it. In session 3 we are going to talk about, session 4 we are going to talk about the various types of what businesses, okay, or business ownership. So make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and be checking my channel all the time. I'll be releasing videos all the time, so keep on be checking the videos I release, and please do that, those of you. And one thing I want to let you know is that currently a lot of things are happening. Do you know you cannot, it's not only university, a lot of people are making things outside university. Do you know that so many people are making a lot of money outside university because of some short courses they are running? You know, you can, and people are making and learning skills. Do you get it? So despite you trying to get a certificate, learn a skills, and I have that exciting opportunity for you. You can learn a skills, and then you make money from that one. If I tell you my testimony, you'll be surprised. So if you want to learn a skill, or you want to get a certificate, learn a skill with certificate whilst you are in school, and you get a certificate that you can even be using to be applying for work or stuff, that one, please DM me. I'll leave a link under my bio. Okay, so you click on that link, and you get what you get unlimited access courses. You can learn skills like some of these courses, they pay well, and a lot of people, companies are looking to recruit people who are into IT, okay, cyber security, cloud computing. We have affiliate marketing, we have digital marketing, we have a lot of things that you can learn, content creation, you can, and then graphic designing. All these things you can get these skills, make these skills, and then at the end of, you can make a lot of money from these things. Okay, social media, I mean advertising and all these things, you can learn all these things. So please check, and also you can contact me on 0545412017, and I'll reach out to you. When you contact me, I'll explain, I'll give you the link to that I leave, you can use it. But when you click on the link, you get access to the courses, you register, and then within 1 week or 2 weeks you can finish and get your certificate. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Have a wonderful day.